The live bar.
Episode. This is.
So this is episode 36.
36.
Right? 36, right? I lost count, you know.
No idea. That's how far
we're live.
We are live. Welcome to the Three Marketeers show, guys. I was trying to learn the Wing Hun, like yo. That's not really my style anyway. I cannot do yo thing. Anyway, welcome to the Three Marketeers show. This is Jason. We have Andrew. We have Manfred here. So today, we want to talk about email marketing, but nonetheless, right? I just want to quickly do a quick introduction. If this is the first time you see this, welcome to the show. And basically what we do is we go live every Wednesday night over here in this group.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Any Wednesday night, 10 o'clock, we will go live at multiple places. Like first, it will go live on my Facebook page. So if you're watching this on Facebook, then it is. And at the same time, we'll also go live on my YouTube channel. And on top of that, right, what we will do is we will also repurpose the content on iTunes, where Apple Podcasts and Spotify, Shopify, Spotify. So these are the few places that we are at. So if you are listening to the podcast, welcome. If you're watching the replay, welcome to the show. Today we talk about email marketing, but nonetheless, guys, say hi. Just let us know that we are not alone over here. So we have Gamers Grow. Yo, last episode, were you here, Gamers Grow?
No,
I'm not sure. No, right? For him. Several episodes he wasn't there. I thought that you would come in and grill Krishna. Krishna was so looking forward to be grilled by you guys.
I know, he was ready for a challenge.
That guy was totally good, right? If you missed last episode, go back to that. So that's the episode you have to look at.
That is an stick, man.
Crazy guy.
Working a knowledge person.
So okay, I already quickly pull out the what do we call the ticker at the bottom. So today we talk about how to sell via email. So it's really about email. So if you have any questions or you have anything that you want to talk about, right, about email, right, just type your comment in the comment section. Anything, whether it's a question or it's a whatever statement you want to make, right, just anything, just put it in. So just want to we have a few questions to guide our discussion today, but nonetheless, I think all the questions are really for us to kind of like see how things is going to work. So what do you think? I just want to quickly throw this question to you guys. Okay. Do you think it's even possible to sell via email? Anyone agree or disagree?
Yes.
If it's not possible, today's topic don't need to talk.
But yet again, what do you believe? No, I need to look at your belief,
Yeah.
You see, to be very frank, right? For the longest time, I do not really believe in email selling. And not to say that do not, because I don't believe that it can be a significant revenue driver.
Yep, that was 1 year ago.
Yeah, that was 1 year ago because
you yourself don't really check email also.
Wait, is that a statement or is that a question?
That's a statement from me, okay. Most of the time I don't check.
Yes,
okay. Wait, somebody say Facebook Live cannot load.
Yeah.
Facebook Live cannot load. Is it? Wait, let me see. But
anyone from Facebook Live can say hi or not?
I can see on my side.
Yeah, they say they cannot live, cannot see it on Facebook.
Is there anybody from Facebook? Can we check?
I need to go to my own Facebook page also. Is that okay on Facebook? Because Chiwa is saying Facebook Live cannot. Okay, so probably some hiccups by like on StreamYard side. I'm seeing the 36.
Can load.
I'm seeing it. I got 4 viewers.
Yeah, I'm seeing actually myself over there. Okay lah, Chiwai, you're back. Chiwai is back. I like this better because the one not that real. This one more real. Okay.
This one more real.
This one more real lah. But anyway, this guy never real. He never show his face. He either show Avengers lah or Doctor Strange over there on YouTube lah, and stuff like that. So,
okay.
So he was saying hang a bit, keep buffering. So I think now it's good, right? So guys, what do you think?
On your side.
Yeah, it could be yours. So what do you think? Is it even possible to sell via email? I just want to look at your belief because to be very frank, right? It is really something that I did not believe myself because I did not really see anything that is meaningful coming from, whatever email activity, so that is what I think. But to be very frank, I confirm that because recently I actually achieved something very interesting. I just want to quickly bring it up and share with you. So what I just want you to start thinking. Now, okay, how many of you has an email list? How many of you has an email list that you're watching this? Can you quickly share with us, whether you have an email list, how big is your email list? Because the idea here is I just want you to start imagining, okay, what if you can make $1 per subscriber from each subscriber every month?
Yep.
So that's the thing, because I remember last year when we were building our framework, remember, Andrew?
Yep.
You were telling me that Russell Brunson they say that you have to make $1 per email. Yeah. That's kind of the thing that we talk about, right? Yeah. And we were thinking, how the heck can that happen? So we're thinking, how the heck can that really happen? As in, how can you really make money through email? Yeah. How can this even possible? So I just want to quickly share with you something that I achieved. So I'll do a quick screen share. So if you guys can see this, basically, I'm just going to bring this up. So I'm going into my StreamYard. Can you see my StreamYard?
I can see here.
MailerLite.
Sorry, not StreamYard. The MailerLite. Okay, you can see my MailerLite, right? Okay, so I just want to quickly share with you that, look, this is completely transparent, but I don't mind. But anyway, because you can't get any much information over here. So first, I have only 3,400 subscribers.
This page is not edited one, can refresh one. Not
let me refresh Let me refresh for the one last time So that for the benefit of that, okay, I understand. Probably you say that, oh, Jason Gunn edited this thing one. It's not real. Yeah. Okay. So I just refresh.
Yeah.
So I have 3,429 subscribers.
You got no snake oil to sell.
Yeah, snake oil.
Yeah, snake oil.
The idea here is, you see, this is what happened. I just want to quickly switch to last month now. Okay, in last month alone, okay, my email generated 10,000.
Just take away the tag, the line, the $1 line, because it's blocking the view.
Okay.
I can't
I need to come back to this.
Yep.
Hang on. Sorry. Is it good?
All right.
Is it good?
Okay.
So that is my MailerLite account, and like I said, I actually made 10,000 through email, via email. So that's like how many X ROAS also, I don't know.
US dollars, by the way.
US dollar, by the way. Yeah, all my products are in US dollar. So this is what happened. And then, another thing I want to quickly show you here, it was the last month I sent 80,000 through workflow and 10,000+ through campaign. So I sent about 90,000
emails to 3,000+ subscribers.
Can you imagine that thing? That kind of email that I was sending out, and my unsub rate was not really significant. Of course, this is not the real one. We did have some unsub coming from other angles as well. Yeah. So that is the thing that I'm really excited that I wanted to do this episode, just to share with you, that this is possible. But of course, the reason of us doing this episode today is also to share with you what are the things that we learned along the way. So so that's what we're gonna do. All right. So basically, that's what we want to do. So I just want you to start imagining if you can make that. I don't care how many email subscriber you have, but let's say if you have 1,000 email subscriber, okay, if you can start making another $1 from each subscriber every month, I think that's something quite significant as well. I just want to actually quickly let you start looking into this angle. So that's the thing, right? So okay, basically, just want to today, since we talk about email marketing, we just want to quickly run over a few benefits of email marketing.
And then one thing I want to add, you guys,
yeah,
in order to close, if you run purely running ads, and I've played with ads, and Manfred is even better than me. How much do you think you need to spend on Facebook ads in order to generate close to 10,000 in sales?
10,000. Okay.
Depending if you sell a car, it'll be easier.
Yeah. But if you're part of this group, you probably know Jason has his 6DC and all those things. And it's like what, $27, $37 US dollars. Not big ticket item. Okay. But all in all, I think we just had a chat. Jason, this month, his subscription, the cost for him to pay for email is about 10, 20 bucks?
30 bucks.
30 bucks.
Yeah, I'm at the tier of 30 bucks.
Right. 30 bucks investment to generate 10,000 sales. Tell me which medium gives you the ROIs like that.
Yeah, so I think that's really something that we want to look into, because in my opinion, because I spoke to, for a fact, I work with a lot of e-commerce people. Among my audience, there are a lot of e-commerce. You see, some people will say that, okay, you can only do this when you are selling high ticket item. But Andrew was saying my normal product price is ranging from 27 to 37 kind of thing.
We started with $9.99.
Yeah, we started with $9.99. That's the first thing. Correct. That was the first thing. But how can we actually achieve this? You see, some people ask me, oh, can this happen to e-commerce? I think e-commerce is really the thing you should look into, because if you are selling on e-commerce, I just want to ask you, how long you have been selling? If you have been selling for years now, you probably have a big database.
Yep.
Okay. Let's say, I'm just saying, in the past, let's say you've been selling for 3 years. Do you have at least 5,000 customers? If you have 5,000 customers, because I was just speaking to Alex in this afternoon, because he was asking me, he wants to get rid of a bunch of product really fast.
Yep.
Okay, and he was asking me, Jason, how can I actually do this? How can I run ads effectively to do this? And I was telling him, look, what about email? You see, statistics shows, right, it is 7 times easier to market to people who already bought from you before compared to those who are totally new.
Yep.
But my question that I want to throw out to you guys is this, to be very frank, how many of you are doing something on email? If you are an e-commerce seller, I want to pinpoint to e-commerce seller, and I want to pinpoint to e-commerce seller that is already making good money from whatever that you're doing right now. I'm telling you that, look, there is you're leaving so much money on the table.
Very. And not only just e-commerce. Okay, let me share. I think if you're part of my email list, I've shared recently, I was with a B2B company, a company basically doing B2B sales. And we have renewals and all those things. And one of the experiments that I was running with them, I was the employee at that point. And we say, okay, when we send renewals, traditionally, we will get salespeople to call and visit them and remind them. And it's so costly, right? If you have like 10,000 customers on list, there's no way you can do this. So I came up with a sequence of emails, nothing fancy. Basically a reminder email to say that, hey, your renewal is due. I send at 90 days, 60 days, 30 days, and I think 7 days.
Right.
And it's just basically, this is the description that your renewal is due, and this is the item and how much it is. And if you want us to renew and send you a code, then respond or basically click on this link, and then I'll get my girl to send an email, a quotation to you, right? Because B2B, you need a quotation.
Yeah.
You know what? Because of that email, because all we need was because we already have a list of customers and we have the renewal dates, I extract it from Excel, upload it into the marketing system. I was using MailerLite anyways.
Okay.
And by anniversary, the emails automatically sent. Okay, so I do it once, I clean it up, I send it, I create the emails. All in all, take about a day, and then it sends. We saw a 32% uplift in renewals.
Wow.
Okay.
Sweet.
And cybersecurity renewals aren't cheap. Okay. And the reason why 90 days, because they need to get approval. And the emails was just a reminder to the IT manager or IT executive and say, hey, this one renewed. I mean, how often you remember when you're going to renew your car license or
never?
That is where the hidden opportunity is, because an email can be used to remind them that it is due. So if you have contracts, if you have stuff like this, this is where it is very subtle. You email basically as a notification.
Correct.
Right? And that's how it works,
You see, I mean, the other benefit I want to talk about email marketing, to be very frank, is, first, of course, we already talked about the cost. You see, like, how much do you need to run ads to get this 10,000 revenue? You probably need to spend 1,000 or maybe 2,000. I don't know what kind of product that you're selling right away anyway. But the idea here is that if you're able to do this thing right, like what I did was by spending $30 a month, $30 a month. I was talking about that, also feel shy a bit, but $30 a month, I make 10,000. I think that's a really something, because email, right? The other benefit of email, since we're at this topic, I think despite whether I check email or not, right? This is what I realized, because I speak to my audiences and all that, sometimes they come back like, over here, right? Our friend was saying, I spam you, right? You see, how many feel that you are being spammed by me Can you type one, so that I know that I will keep spamming you? Now, the idea here is this, yeah, I'll do that. And so the idea here is this, because a lot of people, you see, in my opinion, email is a very powerful branding tool. Or whether you agree with me or not. Email is a very powerful branding tool because I don't care whether you open my email or not. My name appears in front of you.
Yes.
If it appears in front of you every bloody day, it doesn't matter whether you open my email or not. You remember me.
Yep.
That's something that is very important. Yep. Okay, so if you are trying to do a lot of things like trying to spend money to do branding and whatnot, right? So this is something you want to look into. Our friend says 0.5. So okay lah. I'll spend you double. That's the thing that we would do.
Yeah.
So that's the benefit, So if you already have an email list, what I'm actually trying to say here is you really need to do something. And if you, let's say Chiwa, if you have clients who are in this, right, you should do this already in terms of helping them to do this. But Chiwa is saying, but what, my email keeps you going, keep me in check, and what, I don't get lazy. Really? That's a very interesting perspective. I never thought of this.
Yeah.
You mean
the idea is using email to get in the line of sight of your prospects or your customers. Like Jason said, it doesn't matter that you don't. It'd be nice if you open the email, and we have ways to make sure that you actually can open the email. But by virtue of you sending regularly, sooner or later they will need something and they know where to find you because you're already hogging the majority of their email inbox. At worst, and it's also a good way to filter. And that's something that Jason has discovered. Credit to him. Is if the prospect is not in line with him and whatever he does, they will unsubscribe. That's fine. You rather they unsubscribe than they don't open your emails because it costs money to keep them on your list anyways, right?
Yep. And you're saying.
So it is not just marketing, is to keep you in their line of sight so that they remember you.
Yep. But of course, we don't want to come to a level of spamming. Like, the reason why you are not, like for our friend here, Chiwai, you say it's like, yes, you don't buy, also come and take a look kind of thing. Like, for example, right, all the time I have this. People come back to me and say that, hey, Jason, the workshop 2 months earlier still available. I was like, do you say 2 months earlier or now you ask me about this? Got people come back always like that because they saw that. They remember that, but they didn't take action at that point of time. But when they are ready, right, they will dig back and say, oh, Jason can talk about something, but you don't search Jason Guide in your inbox. It's a scary thing. So eventually they found an email. They reply to me and say, Jason, is this course is still available? But the benefit of...
Especially if you sell evergreen products.
Yeah.
Because you can always go back and sign up.
Correct. It's either evergreen product will be useful, even for my case, right? But I would think you would say, just thinking, not evergreen also can work, right? You see, I just want you to imagine. Let's say if you sell, let's say, for example, one of my ex-clients, Purple Cane. So let's say they sell tea. All right. So what they can consider doing here is that, you can actually run a very specific promotion on the weekly basis.
Yes.
I think you should go weekly. When it comes to this kind of selling thing, right? In my opinion, you should go weekly. So if you do weekly thing, people will, so there are certain products that will appear to certain people, but if they don't remember to buy it at that point of time, right? Even they come back 2 months later, there is still an opportunity because you can tell them that either whether you have a new promotion right now, or you actually have another product that is pretty similar that you can actually do the same thing. So I think still you have to look at this as a very interesting platform over here whereby it can actually give you a different kind of perspective in terms of, because advertising is gone, right?
Yeah.
This is pretty much
That's it. I just did a Facebook Live and I had I think altogether maybe 2 audience, and that's correct. Chances are within 48 hours they will forget.
Correct.
And
I think will actually reinforce that.
Yes, and it's low cost. I think one of our previous guests was selling that pre-packaged product. Jack, was it Jack?
Carl.
Okay.
Carl,
and he was using email, and his email was basically to gather feedback and also basically keep in touch. That's correct. It says for this new
tool
recipe
for feedback.
You can actually do that. So there are many ways to do it.
Yeah, you see, you want to sell via email, but of course we need to strike a balance in between. There's a framework that you actually have to look into. That's why. But anyway, We have a question coming from the Gamers Grow before we drill further onto our discussion over here. I think this question comes to you, Andrew. Is it difficult to clean up email lists, assuming it's not built organically?
Very
What,
simple.
you scrape, huh?
What do you do? What do you do, Gamers Grow?
Yeah. If you scrape,
right.
I will recommend you not to, because when you email them, very high chance they will basically classify you as spam because you have not built any relationship. Okay. I normally use tools to clean up the emails because I think, like I shared with Jason a few days back, some has sales@mycompany.com, for example, or admin@mycompany.com, for example. Those are the emails that you don't want to send because it will affect your email deliverability. Okay. Because it is basically an email address that nobody owns. So assuming, let's say me and Jason, we partner together, we put sales at Tribe Academy. I don't check the email. He doesn't check the email. And you keep on sending the email. Eventually, there's no open. And it will affect your email performance, right?
Right.
So if you get this list, what you need to do is you run through an email validation program, okay? On average, it costs about 0.008 cents to up to maximum about 1 cent. You run through that before you upload it into your system, and then you put them through a sequence to introduce yourself, knowing very well that the first few emails you will see a significant amount of unsubscribe because they don't know you. So the way you write the email has to be very different. You don't sell anything. But once you scrape, you probably lose 30 or 40% of emails that is non-existent. There are people who simply create email boxes just because they want to get your freebie, and that's about it. They are not interested in your product. Okay, so those are the emails. The system, a tool like this will basically allow you to clean up, scrape, then only you can focus and build from there. But I would not recommend if you buy from third party or scrape.
He was saying he got this from networking name cards.
Then it's okay.
Networking name cards
means they somehow or other they know you. Now you need to subtly reintroduce yourself. So you have a welcome sequence to introduce, we met, where, and all those things, and you can then group them together. If it's an event, then you send an email, hey, this is Andrew, I met you and during this event and just want to follow up, catch up with you and all those things. And that's how you do it. And that's why I normally recommend when I do, for example, cold ads, or I run ads for lead magnets, I always enforce a double opt-ins. Okay?
Right.
And the double opt-ins allows the user a chance to say, do I want to receive email from you? I give you consent. So email marketing, generally, there are two forms. One is inbound, or one is outbound. Outbound is cold email. That means if I want to pitch Jason, I don't know about you, and I write email and I see Jason is one big time Facebook ad advertiser, I want to pitch him to my services, I will use cold email. He doesn't know me. There's a different set of tactics required. But if Jason knows me, or Jason kind of like looking for a solution for email marketing, and he comes in and joins my email list, that's inbound. That means he has given explicit consent for me to send emails to him. Okay, so these are the two areas. So double opt-ins allows the user a chance to give consent that I want to receive your email. And honestly speaking, even I did double opt-in, I still have people who sign up for my lead magnet. After the first email, the second email, they reported me as spam because they forgot. And it happens.
It happens. Yeah, all the time.
But it reduces the chance, because if Gmail knows that any email coming from Jason has a lot of people reporting spam, you know what will happen? The rest of the email that Jason sent to Gmail account or Gmail will be automatically sent to spam.
Wow, that's how it works.
That's how it works. That's email deliverability. So you need to monitor that, constantly to make sure. So it's not the size of the. No point you have 10,000 emails, and you send to this 10,000. It looks nice. But if 30 or 40% of them are reported as spam, your percentage, or so-called your email sender score, will be reduced, and you will not very likely not send. They will not receive your emails. So if you're the best offer in the world, no point, because they don't receive your emails.
Correct. I mean, these are all. Yeah, sorry, Manfred. Go ahead.
Can I just add something? My experience with digital marketer last time. So their very first email actually end up in updates, or I think is it spam. So their very first thing they tell me is, can you pull this email into inbox?
Yes.
Yeah, that's very important. In fact, this is important so that when the next email or whoever subsequent emails will always land in the inbox instead of your update. Yeah. And Jason, yours is still in inbox, not in update. So still very clean.
I'm glad. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Andrew actually did a quick check, because what happened is this. I just want to actually quickly invite you guys to this thing, because we are actually running a workshop next week. That's kind of a reason why we want to run this topic, because what happened was, like I shared with you at the earlier stage, if you just come in right now, right? What happened is I actually made 10,000 last month by sending over close to 100,000 emails to about my 3,000 plus subscribers. So I have done something very interesting. I've achieved something quite interesting, and I did not know how. Of course, I have certain framework, you know, and I got Andrew in to actually help me investigate if there's anything that I can improve further. So next week, Andrew is we're gonna in this workshop itself. This is what the workshop that we are talking about, right? It's a sell via email workshop. It's gonna happen on next Wednesday, Tuesday.
1st of June.
Tuesday, 1st of June at 3 p.m. Okay, and you just need to go to this link and sign up, and you'll be invited into that group. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to really break down the whole framework on how I actually achieved this number, what I did right, you know, what are the strategies, how do I sell, what kind of product combination that I was using and all that, in order to achieve that kind of number using a very small email list like 3,400 to make 10,000 out of it. And Andrew is going to come in to really kind of like, he will share his investigation report, where he will share with me, oh, Jason, this part maybe you can improve, you know, and this part you did right because of this, and this part you did wrongly because of this, you know. So it's going to be a mix of technicality and what do we call, kind of like, so strategy. So you will learn from Andrew and myself. So both of us will be in this workshop together. So if you want to find out how you can make money via email, if you want to learn the technique, you want to see how it's possible, you should join this. But on top of that, okay, just want to quickly give a shout out on this thing. Andrew and I just partner up to offer a service, okay? Because I have discovered something, right? And I believe I've already done this for the past 6 months, to be very frank. Only the last 1 month, we had a lot more. But I've been doing this for the past 6 months. We have been consistently seeing very good number coming in. So I'm partnering with Andrew to offer a service called, you know, I call it the $1 email marketing framework. So this is a done for you program. I'm looking for 10 businesses, especially if you are from e-commerce business. If you have a list, you need to have at least 1,000 and above. Okay, if you have 1,000 email list, 1,000 subscriber and above, and you want to really Andrew and myself to come into your business and design a framework that can make money via email for you. And along the way, it's going to be a 3-month program anyway. So it's a done for you program. So we will build the thing for you, and you will watch us along the 3 months, and you'll be able to learn how to do this and take it on your own. So that is the program that we'll be doing. And we are looking for only 10 businesses because Andrew is very busy. I'm also quite busy building on my other things. So we can only take 10 at a time. And you come in for 10. We will do this for 3 months together. So this is a done for you campaign, done for you program. So if you want, actually, you need to apply first. You need to apply, and we will have to go through a simple interview with you to understand whether you are a fit, that you are a business that we can help. You know, if we can't help you, then we won't take your money. I don't think we want that. I mean, we don't want to give you false hope. But if you are, you know, if your business is something that we can really help you build on, then just imagine. If you have 5,000 email subscribers, if you can make extra $5,000, the idea here is you just need to make extra $1 from every email subscriber every month. That is a very strong revenue source.
It's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. Technically, it's passive income.
Yeah,
and it works. Money that you left on the table. And the reason why we limit to 10 is because I'll be writing the emails for you.
Yeah, he will be writing the email. I'll be actually working with Andrew. So we were going to come together to look at your product mix and all these kind of things. It's a done for you program. So technically, we only have time for 10. So first come, first serve. The moment this quota is being filled, then we won't take in anymore. So this is the time that you want to start looking into your email, because I think kind of like the scenario is in right now where a lot of people are more online. So probably you should look into that. Yeah. Okay.
So just to clarify, it's not a cost.
It's not a cost.
It's not a cost. So basically, we will work with you, write your emails, build out your system. If you don't have one, if you have one, we optimize it. And for the workshop, just to put in context, when I do an audit of Jason's email campaign and the system, it's being put through 6 particular categories. One is look at deliverability, which we talk about, and we look at engagement, you know, opens and also clicks. We look at customers. You know, how do you basically keep them in and turn them into customers? No point having 3,000 email subscribers if they don't buy shit from you. All right. So the purpose is to identify how to find them out and to actually sell them stuff. Okay. So that is Jason's framework, which I will share, something good. Automation process, because your role is to build your business. Your role is to not do email marketing. People like us do it, right? But once we build the automation process in place, it's a matter of dropping your subscriber list into a system and it runs on its own. And finally, we do housekeeping. You know, like I mentioned about your emails that is not very not properly formatted emails they are. And how do you actually housekeep and actually kick people who are not on your who don't open your email at all? You got to remove them.
So basically, what you will learn from Andrew in this 2-hour plus kind of workshop is you definitely learn ways to even self-audit your email subscriber list. So that is a very useful thing. So self-audit, and you can start looking at email marketing in an entirely different way. So that's what
you want to do it yourself. You can do the workshop. And if you say, hey, I've got no time, I just want to make money now, and you have a significant list, at least 1,000 email address and above, then you can apply for the $1 email program.
Yeah, okay? The $1 email framework program. Yep.
Yes.
So that's a quick plug. I think it's very important because, like I said, I will always, if it's something that you can actually take advantage on, why not, right? That's why it's all the money on the table. That's why you have to really look into the whole thing.
Yeah.
But the moment we come to email marketing, I think one of the questions that rings a lot, actually, kind of like get into a lot of people's mind is, do I have to do a lot of nurturing in order to start selling?
Right.
So in this part, right, Andrew and I has different perspective. We have different opinion on this. But I let Andrew say first. Whatever. Okay. What do you think?
Before looking into Jason's system, I always emphasize that you need to nurture your customers first. The idea is they need to warm up to you, because I was coming from an angle where I'm talking to core audience, bringing them into my world, and they need to know where I'm coming from. Okay, for my angle. So your nurturing sequence first before you start selling. Now, the unique thing because that's going to take another couple of hours to break down, but the unique thing for Jason is he has been selling. Now, a lot of us will say, how can you sell? People will jump around, but his method is unique in the sense that he's actually adding value by selling. And that's something that we will share in the workshop, because the approach actually works. But when you combine the power of nurturing to get them on board, get them really warmed up, and then you fire up or turbo boost with Jason's method or framework of selling by adding value, that's where you get that kind of high engagement. That's how he can actually close $10,000 or more within a month out of a list of 3,000 plus.
Because I think I personally went through a kind of like paradigm shift in my mind. It was because I believe in nurturing, but the moment when it comes to nurturing, I become kind of like not sure what to write.
Right.
Because to be very frank, right, we are actually salesperson in order, whatever we are doing over here is right, we're running a business. When it comes to nurturing, because at that point of time, right, I experimented a lot of so-called some form of nurturing. Like probably you guys have seen some email from me on a weekly basis. On the weekend, I will tell you that the weekend learning. So the weekend learning, I will give you a few videos that I shared on my YouTube channel in the past 1 week, just to give you some highlights so that I'll point you to the direction. If you're interested, you can click on any one of them, go and view. Now, and I had a subtle, kind of like a call to action at the bottom of the email and say that if you want my email, my 6DC is starting soon and whatnot, right, you can click.
Yes.
But then I realized, over time, right, I can see, okay, the open rate and click-through rate is still there, but it's not something very exciting. And I feel like, okay, I keep sending this, will that bore people? Then I realized, and then I started to think of one thing, I started to think, why do you subscribe to a list? If you are a subscriber, why do you subscribe to a list? What do you think?
Yep.
We subscribe because we want to stay informed, right?
Yes.
We want to be in touch with the brand, right?
Correct.
About what? If you drill deeper on this question, you want to find out more about what of my business. Yeah. Most of the time, people want to know what are the promotions available, what are the new things coming up, what are the latest thing coming up, things like that. Yeah. So in fact, right, these people, when they subscribe to you, they are primed to be sold. they are actually ready to buy. You just have to send them in a way, because what I did was I have a very interesting framework over here, because I highlight one product at a time. So there will be a series of emails that I'll highlight one product. Then after that, right, then the next email I will highlight another product. So although it's always selling, you'll feel that, oh, I mean, some people actually came to me and said that, I'm interested to see what you sell next time.
Yeah. And then,
so
the secret sauce, I mean, long story short, the secret sauce of Jason's approach is his social name card.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and which we will dig into. Because if you don't have that, then you have to go through a significant amount of nurturing by emails. But in his case, he actually shortcut the entire process by basically sharing his social name card to them. And then they will form their own idea of, see, nobody subscribed to any emails because of Jason, for example. They subscribed to Jason's list is because they wanted a solution. They had a pain point. And Jason offers a possible solution. That's why they want to know more, right? So if you say that just come and join my email list because I want to, tell me about myself and all those things, nobody, okay, it's what? It's 10:37. Nobody gives a fuck about you. They care, what can you do for me? And that's what Jason, through his social name card, actually offers. And that's how he gets a highly engaged group of people, even if it's 3,004.
Yeah. And I want to say, basically, if you are running a business and if you have a list and you're worried about, what are the things that you can sell, we definitely can find a way to do that. But you just need to look deeper. You just need to lift yourself up a little bit and look at the list, and you start thinking as your subscriber. I think there must be a way or a pattern that you can find that, you can actually create value at the same time, creating revenue for yourself by sending emails. So for every business, of course, it's unique, but especially if you're running an e-commerce business, you see, very simple. For the 10 people that I want to work with, I hope it's going to be, a lot of you already have selling already. That is a lot easier, and I can actually almost guarantee that you can make something out of this, because you're really living. Like the other day, I was talking to one of my coaches here. He has about 50,000 subscribers. 50,000 subscribers. Then these people means what? These people bought from him before, purchased, spent money from him before. And I was looking at him and I said, can you imagine by making $1 from each email? Because especially if you're not selling single product. Let's say if you're selling your product has varieties and all this kind of thing, and you're in a very unique niche, like for example, my coach was selling kind of like the silver jewelry.
Yeah.
I was telling him that, my goodness, man, you can make so much money more from these people. It's so much easier to sell. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you really have to look into that. I'm really urging you, because to be frank, cost of advertising is kind of like getting up, of course. You can learn how to run ads effectively through my 6-day challenge and whatnot, which is 6-day challenge, by the way, just a quick update. 6-day challenge is now an evergreen course right now. It's no longer kind of like the 6-day learning live. So the moment you sign up, you get 6 days or full days recording, 6 hours worth of video that you can watch and implement right away. But the beauty of it is, okay, if you sign up to 6DC now, the cost is different right now, but you get one session of 30 minutes with me. Okay, so the 30 minutes is, I would urge you to go through this. I'm a quick plug about 6-day challenge. Is you learn through the 6-day challenge, you learn through the program. Okay, bring your questions, do the half-an-hour call with me. That will be the best way to do this. That's what I want you to do this.
Yep, I think that's a good way. The method of learning is different now. So Jason is pivoting. We are also looking at ways to. It is not about selling courses. It is about, can we impact your business? Can we actually help you see, results? And at the very least, for the program is, worst scenario is you make back your money by emailing your customers enough at the minimum to cover the cost of your investment in the program. You know what? So you already have a platform that you continue to make money, because once you learn from this, it's not the end. It's not like running a campaign. After I finish, I've spent X amount of money on my campaign, Facebook ads, and all those things, and I stop it, and that's everything. The moment you stop ads, that's where the flow of business slows down. Whereas in email, the moment we go through this program, now every time you have anything that you want to sell, you just plug it in the system, write a few emails, and off you go.
Yeah. And
That's the value.
seriously, correct. Seriously, right? Based on what based on the so-called e-commerce sellers that I kind of work with through all my various training programs, a lot of them I don't know them. A lot of them I just bought my course and learned themselves. You know, they kind of like in my group or whatnot. But what I'm actually trying to tell you here is this: if you are always drilling on ways to get in more new customers, I'm not saying that you're doing it wrong. Okay, the cost will always keep coming up. They will always ask, you know, the cost will always keep coming up, you know, because of the CM coming up and all other reasons, all other factors. But how do we expand? You see, the other day I was having a workshop with Chunye. We're talking about scaling. Now, often scaling is not about getting more people. It's about enlarging. I'm just thinking there are many ways of scaling, right? In my opinion, very simple. Scaling means getting more money. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay.
For the same amount of people that you have now, if you're one person, you want to make 10,000, you want to make 100,000, the same person. That's
so if you can do that, how do you do that? If you can't do that by keep on getting new people in, you know. So you have to start looking into your list right now. You have to drill in, you know, the lifetime value, the customer lifetime value is something that you should really focus on. I think that's really something a lot of so-called e-commerce businesses are not really kind of doing. So, I mean, that will bring us to the next topic over here, right? We want to talk about the mistakes to avoid when it comes to email marketing. You have any top ones in your head?
For generally, depends on your business, right? When you selling emails has a certain, to write a selling email, there are certain techniques and there are certain so-called flavors that you can add on. You can, for example, in Jason's case, he's a very simple guy, right? And
yes.
And his email is very simple. I wrote a series of emails for him, and he told me, Andrew, your email are very bloody long. That's the difference. His email is very short. My emails tend to be long. And my email starts with the story point offer framework. And his email is, this is what I got, this is how it's going to help you, and this is where you're going to get it, right? Both works, right? So, but in general, when you do email marketing, is if you do not know your audience, same thing as in anything in marketing, same thing, even in your ads. If you do not know your audience, you don't understand your niche, for example, then you're going to start sending emails. You will get a lot of people reporting spam, or either they will not open your emails because it's not engaging, right? Email is a 50-year-old tool. Social media is about 25, half its age. But the principles of marketing do not change. You engage with your audience, you build a relationship, and it's not about the list, it's about the relationship you have with your list. If you have 100 million email subscribers, but they don't even appreciate you or they don't see value in them, it's useless. You rather have 1,000 email and the people are highly engaged, means they open your emails, they take action. This is where the difference between a marketer and an email spammer, because email spammer will go for the 100 million because there will be a full bond every second. A marketer is to build relationship with your 1,000 or 100, emails, 100 email subscribers, and they will buy whatever you put on offer because they trust and they believe in you, and your offer helps them. That's the most important thing. So the mistakes to avoid is don't look at just the numbers. How do you build that engagement? It is the number one approach when you do email marketing.
Yep, Manfred wanted to say something.
Yes.
Let me rephrase your story in my personal life story.
All right.
I go for a show. I went for some show. I gave name cards. So being a very new person, I got 2 boxes. Then at the end of the show, we're very happy. 2 boxes all give out. I have hit my own quota. And in the end, nobody convert because nobody even remember you because the name card don't even have a face. Just only what this person just passing your name card. But if you do at the other tactic, you know this is your audience. You know this guy is from ABC company. You know his business. You spend some time talking to the person. Finally give your name card. The person has remember you. The topic matches.
Yeah.
And honestly, this sounds like very simple, right? But I tell you, every marketer that I met, my friend, I want to spread everywhere. I want to attack all my audience, give all the new cards. But nobody really spends time. Yes, really, everyone. I think everyone made a mistake. Even I make it so many times. nobody actually spend time and say, hey, I want to talk to this person, spend time so the person remember me. Then the name card will be useful. So it's not the 1 or 2 box, it's that a few name cards and your homework, and the targeting, the right people, spend time talking.
Because I think I want to bring back one topic that Andrew was saying. You know, if you are, let's say, if you are like kind of like, if you are an expert lah. I mean, we bring it away from e-commerce, because if you're e-commerce, then definitely you should actually sign up for the $1 email framework development program, where Andrew and myself is going to come in and help you build this thing for you. But if you are not an e-commerce business now, then you have to think of where, if you're an expert, if you're a coach, if you're a marketer like me. So what is really important is the social media name card. So you see, somehow or other, right? I believe this is not somehow or other. I think everybody wants to feel that they found you. Everybody wants to feel that they discovered you, and everybody likes to discover things. Yep. So you have to actually find a way to leave breadcrumbs, you know. That's actually what I do. My emails is just really a way for me to engage with the people, but I have already left a lot of breadcrumbs everywhere. So I would tell you that, look, you can actually hit on this link and go over to take a look at my so-called my YouTube channel. You need to find a place. I think that's a very important thing, because if you're talking about building the trust, right? If you want to speed up the kind of like the process, what will help you is if you have a very strong social media name card that people can spend you. I mean, the bottom line here is this: you want to have a place that people can spend half an hour on. Okay, you go to my YouTube, you can't get out. Kind of like I promise you. Because if you go in there and start looking for answers, right, I have hundreds of answers waiting for you. So the more you dig in, you know, then you'll be like, I get into your brain. So that's how it works. So you need to find a place to support your email. Of course, you can't be just doing email, of course. But we can actually help you piece things together. Especially if you're an expert, you really got to do this one. You really have to do this. This is really something that you can actually make a different kind of impact, you know, and you will be able to, you know, do a lot. I mean, earn more in an easy way. I'm not saying that earning money is bad and whatnot, you know. It's about adding value at the same time you're making money. You're adding value to your audiences. And I think the kind of like the enjoyment is really coming from a lot of angles. I think that's really something. And when it comes to mistake, right, another mistake I want to quickly touch on, I'm not sure whether Andrew will agree with me, is I'm not saying that swipe files are bad, but it's very important that you need to develop your own voice in writing your email. Like, you know, Andrew's style is definitely different from my style. Yep. Okay, I won't be able to just plug Andrew's email into mine and send it to you, and you won't feel like
you will know immediately it's not from Jason already.
This is not Jason, man. Who the heck is writing email for him right now, man? This is not Jason. Yeah. So I think that is really something that you need to actually kind of like internalize. And you need to find a voice. You need to actually find a way to communicate, so that when you develop this thing, because I think it also is the same as how you build your social media, personal branding, if you're talking about personal branding, right? Yes. You actually need to be real. Like, for example, if you have been watching me for a long time, right? You either like me or you hate me. I think it's a very simple kind of like yes or no. But if you're
after watching so many episodes still don't like you, then something must be wrong.
No. They maybe don't like me. They just want to come and hear that what the heck is this guy saying? You know?
Yeah. Maybe they like Manfred.
Maybe they like Manfred.
They don't like both the guys wearing that shirt. They like Manfred in yellow, you know.
Correct. People that like yellow color, law.
Yeah.
So possible, why not? Yeah. They like you, then they come, have to tahan Jason a bit, never mind. But when Manfred speaks, then I happy. Why not, right? I know Chiwa is
one. You never know.
I'm speechless.
Now you know why we had to have 3 people, so that we have 3 chances to attract you. If you like Jason, good. If you like Andrew, fine. You don't like both of us, at least we have 1 chance with Manfred.
Yeah, Manfred, right? So
see how subtle we are.
So it's totally possible. So I mean, you cannot be afraid of having a voice. I think when we are running a business, especially if you are an expert, there's another angle that I can totally confidently tell you that we can help you. Both Andrew and myself can really help you come in and reactivate your email list and start bloody making money from that. Yeah. So yeah, you got to come in. So having a voice is really important. If there's anything, because I'll be sharing a lot more about, maybe I'll be coming to an angle to talk about personal branding, because I actually built that from scratch. I actually built a lot of things from scratch last year, man, in the last 1 year. So get ready. I'm gonna expand you further because I'm going to have a lot more programs coming up. But
Jason is perfectly correct. Okay, let's bust some myths here.
Yeah,
we are not saying that email is your gateway to heaven, okay, or basically gateway to the bank, because as in marketing, you need 360 degrees of multiple items. You need social media, you need emails, you need videos, you know, and all the other stuff, right? It is not one silver bullet. Email is never your silver. Similarly, people say if Facebook ads is your silver bullet, you better run away because it doesn't work that way, right? Number one. Number two is I'm with Jason with regards to templates or so-called swipe files. When I started out, I spent a huge chunk of money to get all these templates, and you know what? I never used them. But what I learned is you want to understand the structure behind why they write the way they write. So the cheapest way, a quick tip for all of you is go out and bloody well sign up for whatever newsletter. You can create a Gmail account just for that. And then you study the way they write, because that's the cheapest. It takes time, but the cheapest way as opposed to buying templates. That's why I'm not a fan of templates. That's why I don't do templates. I don't sell templates, because like Jason correctly mentioned, each one of us has a different voice. What you want is a framework. And when we do our program, it is not Andrew's style of writing. We're going to spend a fair bit of time to understand your voice, where you're coming from, how you write, and what is it that people look at the email, they know it's coming from Jason. They look at my email, they will know it's coming from this idiot called Andrew. Right?
No lah, where got idiot? Where got idiot?
So that's, basically that's the idea, because it is not written according to us. We're going to write in your voice, in your language, and that's how a key difference is.
Yeah. So I mean, just a quick pull on this thing. Manfred, you go ahead.
One more line. You subscribe already, please go and spend time and read also. I also subscribe a lot, especially my competitor.
You should.
And read and understand why they write it this way. If it really convinces you to buy, then that email is really damn good.
Right. Must be something damn good, right?
So keep the format. Learn their stuff.
Yep.
So if you... Yep,
and
Andrew.
The thing with, my English is learned from reading. If you tell me technical English for grammar, I totally say, I don't even know preposition. What the hell is it and all those things. But give me a piece of paper, I will write, because I read a lot and I sort of like build the style of writing for multiple books, from fictions, from biographies and all those things. There are certain trends and all those things. And I actually grew my English by reading as opposed to learning the technical part of grammar. And my emails, very likely if a grammar teacher go through it, they will probably fail me.
If they fail you, then I'm negative already, don't know where I go.
It makes money.
Yeah, okay,
the question is, do I want the grammar teacher? I don't care. End of the day, the grammar teacher can fail me because based on technicality, the grammar...
Nobody will take your email and put under Grammarly one.
Yes.
And actually, very often, I open my email myself and look at shit, write wrongly again, typo again, all these things, missing this word and all that.
At least it's a human being that was writing, more authentic.
True, that's true. So just a quick plug in case you just jump on this show somewhere, this is what we are talking about. Andrew and I, first thing first, Andrew and I is going to run, both of us are going to run a workshop next month. 1st June, which is coming Tuesday. 1st of June, coming Tuesday at 3 p.m. What we're going to do here is Andrew is going to share with you his investigation report auditing my email MailerLite account. And I'm going to share with you how I achieved making 10,000 from my 3,000 over email list in the last 1 month. In fact, consistently, as Andrew put it, in the past 6 months, on average, I made $2 from each email subscriber every month. So that's kind of like the framework that we achieved. So we are going to break down the whole thing and share with you how it's done. So if you want to go through the workshop and learn how to actually self-audit your email account and maybe start implementing and start finding some ideas and implement on your own, then you can, join a workshop next week. It's going to be a very interesting workshop where it's a mix of technical and strategy. So that's next week. Now, if you say that I have no bloody time, cut the crap and do this for me, Andrew and I are partnering up to actually work with 10 businesses, only 10 businesses, to really help you in 3 months' time. This is a done for you program. We will really build the whole framework for you in 3 months. So as Andrew said, he's gonna come in and help you, kind of like validate your email, going through some technicality and start sending emails, start building framework and start finding direction to sell. And eventually what's gonna happen is 3 months time, we will be able to find a framework that you can actually, after that, you can take back yourself and start, you can actually just automate the whole thing on your own. You don't need us anymore. So that's how the thing's supposed to be done. So if you want to really work with us, this is the link to sign up. Okay, it's one email. I'm not sure whether the numeric,
it's one email.
Yeah, it's one email. Yeah. Numeric one email. So that's how you go in.
Yeah. Yep. Workshop or done for you. Okay, guys, remember one thing.
Yep.
This is, if you've been following us, you know that this is not a pitch fest, right? The reason why we brought this up, not because we wanted to promote this, we made a promise among the three of us when we started this, is we would not do selling. The idea is to bring the best people in their respective field and we share so that you actually learn or pick something up from digital marketing. The reason why we talk about email today is because you have iOS 14 coming up, which is already up, and you have all these issues. Email is one of the ways for you to actually gather this audience within your groups. So today, if MailerLite say, I don't like you, I don't take your money, you can download all your email lists and go to MailChimp. And you still continue to do your business. But if Facebook say, Jason, I don't like you, you break my community rules, and off you go, I ban you, he is screwed if he depends wholly on Facebook, right? But now, if Facebook say, I don't like you, it's okay. He can go to YouTube and start his channel because he has an email list. Now, why we brought this up is because it is about time, and we wanted to open your eyes and say, email is not as sexy as social media, okay? That I give you, because they don't have video, they don't have all this stuff, because it's text. But email can make, it's proven, for every $1 you spend, you make about $42 US. Now, obviously, in Jason's case, he's almost there because he spent $30 per month, he makes $10,000 US. So that is already $1 investment. How many times return? I don't know. I don't have a calculator.
I'm not good with math. Don't ask me.
But the idea is we wanted to spend an hour to open up your eyes about the possibility that, like Jason mentioned earlier, is you could be leaving a lot of money on the table by not taking advantage. I know I went through, I told you about the 32% uplift by virtually just sending reminder emails. Nothing fancy. Reminder emails, and had 32% uplift in renewals. That's money on the table. And whether you join the workshop or you join the program, it's okay, because we wanted to just highlight the importance. And once you have an awareness, and that's where you will start looking at emails in a different light. And we hope the sharing that we've done so far today is to basically give you ideas and inspiration that you can go and do something on your own.
100%.
Okay.
Totally agree.
So it's not a pitch fest. Yes.
Yeah, I would say that very simple. If it's really something that can actually help you, I don't think it's a pitch. I don't think it's really about selling. It's about helping you to actually start looking at different things. Okay. Now, Manfred, you're out. What is your website of the week?
Don't put all your eggs in one basket. And this iOS 14 thing is a bit shitty, I have to admit. But you have to live with it. So email actually... let me add one more thing, because like the car commercial thing ads I saw in Singapore, buying car is very expensive. So they show you the video. Obviously, you watch more than 50%. They retarget you, ask you a lead gen form, and ask for your email. When they get your email itself, they attack you on two fronts. Email actually keep telling you the brand story. Then the ads keep re-emphasizing. Then finally, you convince that this brand is actually better than the other brand. They ask for your contact number, then the salesperson can close you.
Yeah. Oh, there is another thing, another industry. Now, if you are a real estate agent, if you are a developer, I bet you have generated tens of thousands of emails in the past. Okay? You just need to close one sale every month.
Yeah.
Then you just imagine the money that you're making.
You don't need the salesperson to constantly call, because they will just send the phone to you. You certainly send emails. Eventually, you track. Okay, that's a higher level. You actually can track a person's engagement through emails to know a number of clicks, what they do, and all those things. And you do. That's the art of segmentation.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I already called. Yeah. Sorry, Manfred.
Last time I do Eloqua, when people actually visit certain pages, they can actually send, because your email is inside there. They know you are there. just send email, a specific email, drip you down.
Correct.
Yeah.
Just simply put, for example, on Facebook, on YouTube, you do not know who view your video multiple times, who click on your post and all this kind of thing. But on email, I know exactly who opened and I know exactly who never opened my email. And I'm going to do a lot of things on these people. There are many things that I can do. So I already call out 3 categories. If you are running an e-commerce business, you have tens of thousands of so-called all these people who bought from you before, whether on your own website or marketplaces and all that. You do not know how to make money from them. I want to work with you. The other part is if you are actually a coach, a brand, or kind of like expert, that you have a list that you do not know how to actually monetize that, I want to work with you. And the third one is if you're in any lead gen business, whether it's a property developer or a real estate agency or even insurance, anything with a strong list, and you do not know how to do that, I want you to click on this link and come in and let's see what we can work together.
Yep.
So that's the link. Now, Manfred has a website of the week.
Yes, we will let Jason help us to copy the URL and put it on YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah.
Today's website of the week is quite funny. Not funny, I think quite fun. FAQ Fox by WebFX. So I really like the title. Is your marketing research lagging? Find your questions your viewers are asking online free. So before we do this part, don't forget to try our new keyword tool later. Generate more revenue with market research. So they actually simplify the process. They go to high value blog posts, social media, impressive data-driven media, viral marketing resources. You can check and correct direction of a company, beat out your competition.
Strong man.
Email.
I've heard of this name before. It's just an old company, right?
Email marketing, go.
Okay, site. Let's maybe try BuzzFeed. This is BuzzSumo. Okay. Marketing, education. Hey, this one also.
Holy crap!
Whoa! Man.
Are you all buying me coffee now?
Send you coffee.
Give me your address send you over
Yeah. Oh, I like this one.
Quite fun, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, you know
what are these? These are links to read. These are articles.
Yeah. So let's click on the link. Let's see.
Quite interesting. 7 most helpful forums where internet marketers in. Wow.
Yeah. If I run out of ideas to write my daily emails, I'll definitely go for this one.
I haven't tried their new keyword tool. This one I haven't tried yet. Let's see what happens.
New keyword tool.
Interesting.
WebFX. So I kind of heard of this before. WebFX.
We used WebFX before.
So today, a lot of exciting people already. See this tool, email marketing. Manfred always got good stuff.
Oh yes.
I am not a robot.
He has his own audience.
Taxi. So this is not
fake, man. I got fed up looking at this already, and my whole 2 hours starting up. It's always this.
By the way, did you get to register?
No.
You okay? Wow.
I have multiple tabs running. Cannot.
Right.
Oh.
So 3 email marketing.
This is more for SEO and PPC.
Yes.
So keyword questions and modifier. Very interesting.
Interesting.
So I remember one of the guys actually mentioned this before. I think Andrew is aware about this. It's not the keyword that you do for the SEM. It's the negative. One keyword must have roughly 20 negative keywords, so that your purpose will be very refined.
You narrow it down to the right search. Yes.
So this one can give you some ideas already.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. That's all.
Right.
Awesome,
man. Awesome.
Thank you, Manfred. Awesome as usual. So, I believe there must be people come to watch the Tree Marketer Show every week because of Manfred. So don't lie. Okay? If it's because of Manfred, okay, you gotta give me
any
a like.
Comments so far? I'm on StreamYard, so I can't see any comments on the group.
By the way, you guys can't see comment.
I can.
Should be, man.
You don't expand out to the full screen.
On the right side, you usually.
I'm on StreamYard. Oh, I didn't click on comments. There's so many questions.
It's all there. No question. It's all like CY spamming us. CY. Okay, give us grow. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Since I don't see any
1 hour,
any comments coming up and all that. And remember, guys, stay safe. The number is crazy, and whatever it is, okay, we still have to move forward. So if you need help in anything, if you have any topic you want us to cover, it's the same. drop us an email or drop us a message. And this is the Three Marketeers Show. It's already 36 episode. You know, it's kind of like 8-9 months already. You know, it's crazy. We want to do this continuously every Wednesday night, 10 p.m. We're going to come here again. Next week, we have another topic I don't want to talk about. Next week, we have a guest. We definitely have a guest.
We will have a guest.
Yeah. So next week, we were going to do this again, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for joining us. And we have STTY, Gamers Grow, and everyone else. All right. Stay safe. Stay safe. I'll see you next week. Thanks. Good night. Bye. Good night.